day trip for bass opener here in our zone.
We'll be about noon by the time we put in, and we're gonna fish a bit and hopefully get into the evening bite before coming home. We're just going to a local lake that's about a 20-minute drive from our house that is part of the Magnetawan system. Beautiful lake, there's cottages on it, but they're majority all water access, and lots of islands to explore. There's also some pickerel and pike in this lake, which we might go for as well, but I think we're going to mainly go for smallmouth bass, see if we can't maybe bring a couple home for dinner, or maybe have a fish fry with any luck while we're out there. Either way, should be a lot of fun, and can't wait to get out on the water with the family.
So hopefully we load in on bass, right, Heidi?
Yeah!
High five.
Yeah!
Here we go! Honey's already got a line in. Okay, well, we accessed a lake that's on the Magnetawan system downriver from our house, and now we're going to attempt to motorboat back up the Magnetawan after crossing this big, beautiful lake. The only thing is we basically have to motorboat up a rapid here. At this water level, it's not raging or anything, but it might be shallow, so it might be a little tricky. We're just coming up to it right now. You can already see we're in a little canyon and there's some current in here, but beautiful trip across the lake. Kids are having fun, and it's a gorgeous day.
Huh? Too dangerous.
Well, I talked to some people who come up here with their boat all the time.
It looks pretty deep, but
Should we go up that?
I don't want to try it. I would say left if anything, but I don't really want to try it. It's what, like, there's nothing super shallow here. Wait, slow down. It looks okay over here, but it's shallow right here.
Okay.
No, there's a giant rock. Stop. Yeah, it's not gonna work.
Maybe we could jump out onto those rocks and maybe we can just bomb straight up there.
Why don't we just pull up in here and fish?
It's just like if we can get up there, it's like so cool.
I know.
And there's people that get up here every weekend with bigger boats than this. So my guess is they just bomb right up here. But
Okay.
yeah, I'll scout it out and see. Maybe I can just pull the boat up, you know? And then we can just pull the motor up and paddle back down.
Is it lifted all the way up? Stop. We're gonna hit rock here.
Yeah, it looks like we can just bomb right up here. Well, we're just looking at this and it looks like we tried getting up the far side, but it was shallow. I also don't have a skag. The bottom of my skag's busted off, so it's more dangerous to the prop. I do have a spare prop, but I don't want to be taking any risks because we're pretty far away here. But it looks like this side is deep and we could probably just drive right up that side of the rapid.
I don't want to do it.
You don't want to do what?
I don't want to bomb up the rapids.
Why?
Because I don't want to. Why do we have to bomb up? Can't we just go motorboating?
There's people that I talk to them, they have a cottage back there. They do this every weekend in a bigger boat than this. So it's doable. Okay, what if I just pull the boat up to there? Would that be okay? And we don't drive up the rapids?
So what's the plan right now?
I'm just gonna pull the boat up this way so we don't have to run up the rapids, yeah? Like just wade it. That's it.
your line.
Do you have any band-aids? I've completely shredded my entire toe.
Okay, well, I made it up the rapids. I had to wade up. Tori wasn't too confident driving up, and I've never driven up those ones before. It looked deep, but it was definitely safer just wading up the way we did. And on the way down, we could just put the engine up all the way and float down and use the oar, so it's coming down as a piece of cake. So definitely did it the safer way. Now we're in the Magnetawan River, and we think we're gonna get into some good bass fishing in here. And it's also just an area I really wanted to show Tori because I can get my boat right up to the base of a really cool waterfall. Tori wasn't really feeling it, and I was thinking when she thought that I could wade the boat up that she would be okay with that, which she was more okay with that. But hopefully it doesn't disappoint and she catches some fish so she doesn't stay mad at me.
Well, I'll be mad until my toe heals.
Oh yeah, Tori cut her toe on the rocks. She didn't have shoes on and she waded across a bunch of jagged rocks in a rapid, so yeah.
Like, there's a huge flap.
Ouch.
And then a huge...
Does it hurt?
Yes.
It's going up some strong current here. Tori's checking for rocks.
We're good.
Okay. Okay, it's getting shallow. I gotta lift the motor up a bit more here.
It would only get caught in sticks, though.
Right. So we've made it upriver in our boat to this wicked canyon. It does not disappoint. Unfortunately, we can't hike up because there's a big waterfall along the portage trail, but Tori cut her toe in the whole process. So we're gonna take a few casts here because it looks like a great fishing hole. I dragged up a rapid to show Tori a beautiful canyon and what I thought would be a nice fishing hole. Tori said, "Jim, why does this always have to be such an adventure with you?" I think she just was expecting a nice relaxing day on the water, and there I was hauling our motorboat up a rapid, wading through the current with our kids. Oh yeah, that was a good one. Got one, yeah. That. Well, it's a Pike. Okay. Yeah.
Do you want to come sit up here with Mama?
Ha.
Okay, hold on. Oh, yes. Yes, a cloud.
Anything like that?
It's not too big, but it's biting well.
Listen. Oh, yeah, listen. Yeah, it's that.
Ah, that's a nice one.
Nice. Yeah, fine.
I'm on the board.
Oh, I forgot my pike tool.
Fish. Nice.
That didn't take long, eh?
Yeah.
What's our limit?
For bass, 5 each.
5 each?
Yeah.
That's it.
Not a bad little eater.
That's it.
Whoa!
This pike came up and hit right at the boat.
It's a feisty one.
Yeah!
Fish. Yeah, fish.
Yeah.
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 Good job, hon.
Thank you. Tori's out for some bass. What about you, honey? What are you out for?
Fish.
You want fish?
Fish.
You want to touch?
Touch. No. Yeah.
Eat it. Yeah, we're gonna eat it.
Papa fish.
Want to eat that, honey?
Yeah.
Well, you be silly boy.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Today he pointed at the moose skull in the basin. He's like, eat it. Like the fish up here are more likely to be feeding, and they come up here more to feed. So there won't be as many here in the evening, where they'll probably be down lower hanging out today and might take something even if they're
All done.
all done.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you're a cute little guy, aren't you? Yes, you are. Okay, well, not bad for an absolute midday fishing hole. Caught 4 fish, 2 nice pike, a rock bass, and a smallmouth bass. And Tori lost what seemed like it was a, I don't know, at least 2 pound smallie, maybe more. So pretty tanky smallie. But I think maybe we're going to move on from this spot. We might pull over on this island for a minute and let Huddy stretch his legs a bit. And then we're gonna pick our way downriver, try a couple more spots fishing with the wacky rigs and a Yamamoto Senko worms. Basically, if anybody knows what a wacky rig is you take a 5-inch worm and you rig it through the middle. And it just gives an awesome action as it's sinking, slow retrieve. Seems a little counterintuitive to a lot of people, but they quickly change their minds when they see what kind of fish they boat. So Tori landed one. Me and Tori both had fish on at the same time. Pretty exciting little spot. So I'd say that it was worth coming up the rapids in the end, and I was happy because I got to show Tori and Wes and Hudson a really cool spot that I've wanted to show them for some time. So that's nice. I think to get down the rapids, I'm just gonna put the engine up all the way and just row down like this essentially.
Oh, you want Wesley to cover your eyes?
Okay, well, we have to run this little rapid here to get back down. This is the one that I was thinking was deep enough to drive up, but to be honest with you, going down it might be a little sketchier. So I pulled the motor up all the way and I'm just gonna row down it. Here we go.
No problem. Did you see the gigantic boulder on the
left? Yeah. That where that thing is. Oh, fish just jumped.
Yeah, see? So it's saying the fish jumped right there.
Okay, well, it is a sweltering hot day and we're just pulling over somewhere to take a dip, maybe have a bite to eat. We just bombed here across the lake, made it down the rapids safe, caught a couple fish. So yeah, it's probably about 4:30 in the afternoon and we are hot. The kids are napping, so we're gonna cool off in the water and do a little bit more fishing before heading home. I were out on the lake with the kids. We went back to the same campsite which you see in episode 3 of our NatGeo TV and Disney Plus show, Home in the Wild. Tori's doing a little backwoods first aid on the Tootsie. Duct tape. We always store some duct tape on our water bottles.
I'm really just doing this because I want to go in the water, and the water is really stinging my cut.
Fortunately, we didn't have a more robust first aid kit. So both kids are sleeping, and me and Tori are going to jump in the lake because we are baking hot. I'm going to clean up these 3 fish and take a dip, maybe grab a bite to eat. There's a fire ban on right now, but we bought a stove to cook on, so maybe we'll even eat one of the fish, I don't know. And yeah, awesome little spot. You might recognize this spot from episode 3 of Home in the Wild, our show on NatGeo. This is where we camped before we went up that long creek into Island Lake. Oh my God, it's so warm. Wow.
Are you filming this? Oh, great.
Wow. Woo.
Sure.
Oh, but on top is ever warm.
Oh!
Whoa. Come on, munchies.
I'm such a baby. The sun went away, now I'm cold. It'll come back.
Oh, just jump really close. Oh my God, it's so warm. No, this is way warmer than the river.
Not. Oh wow, what a day.
This is just a great pike, you know, that size to keep and eat. Good toss.
Good toss.
There is one pike cleaned up, one more to go, and a bass. Well, if you look here, these are the 2 long, narrow branches that I built my sail with. I cut these long, whippy branches and we sailed to this campsite. I stashed them here in case we should ever need to use them again, and they're still here. Kind of neat. Tori just cleaned up this bass. Like, didn't miss any meat at all, went over the ribs. All right, there's our haul so far. Well, we've decided we're gonna cook up some hot dogs because it's faster, and we'll cook the fish up once we get home and do it up right.
I'm gonna need to go for another swim, Bill.
Oh yeah, guaranteed. The kids were sleeping, but Wesley eventually woke up and took a little bit of a swim with us. We cleaned the big fish we'd caught and enjoyed the beautiful summer day.
Hi, Wes. Hey, buddy. Are you in the water? Is this cooling you off? It's been a hot day, hasn't it?
Yay, Wesley! What would you like on your doggy?
I brought some cheese on that honey mustard and some pepper, I guess.
Okay. Hudson, you want a hot dog? Want a hot dog, bud? Huddy's awake. That's pretty good, eh, bud? Well, we had an awesome little time there, cleaned up some fish, had a bite to eat. The kids took a nap, and it's late in the evening, but the days are long at this time of year, so we're going down into a bay where, you know, there's no cottages, there's nothing here. We're gonna see if we can't hook into a couple more bass before the day's over.
fighting
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
good. Oh, that's pretty good size.
Keep?
I think we keep it.
Keep it.
Eat it.
Eat it? I don't know. I think we should let it go.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah. Let it go.
Bye-bye, fish.
Bye-bye. Daddy's crying because we let it go.
Bye-bye.
Got some rain clouds moving in. Well, that was pretty cool. We heard some rustling in the leaves there, and sure enough, it was a doe, which is interesting because Wawashkesh means deer in Anishinaabe, which is the Ojibwe language, and came to Wawashkesh, and sure enough, we saw a deer. That's cool. Wish we were seeing some more bass though. I've caught in a couple, but they've been a little on the smaller side, and got some storm clouds moving in here, so we might packing in a little bit. We got a good amount of fish to eat, but we're hoping we can catch another one or two nice ones before we head home.
I can't catch anything. I've gotten so many bites. Yeah, that's Wesley's hat. And I just cannot set the hook. I just want to catch one more.
You know,
I want to land one more. I've had a few on and they just get off, and then
No hat.
it's frustrating.
No hat.
demoralizing.
No hat. Fish.
Fish, yeah.
So we're the blue dot. And can you see it?
Yeah.
I'll hit play.
Fish.
Oh my goodness, it's coming right for us.
Yeah.
Maybe we better bail.
It's like, do we either just wait it out or
Well, maybe we just
I
go
mean, if we
back
wait it
towards.
out, though,
maybe we
like-
go back towards the boat launch, fish there a bit, and then thanks, Eddie.
So it says, so it's 7:45 at 8 o'clock. It's going to be right over us in 15 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe we should go. Tori's got one. We stopped to try another spot. Well, it looks like we're getting some rain after all. These two little guys are newt suited up. It's a little moist out here. It's coming down pretty good now. Woo! Right now, like But before we were able to make it out onto the water, there was a lot of work to do on the home front. Tori and I had finished building raised beds, filling them with soil, fertilizing that soil, and doing some other work, including planting vegetables in grow bags on our front porch, etc., etc. But at this point, I really had to dive deep into the editing to cut all the footage from the trips I'd done that spring, which were multiple. They included trout fishing in Northern Ontario, whitewater canoe trips, and more, several multi-day trips. So Tori took on the large task of managing all the gardening that needed to be done.
After building the new raised beds and planting the Three Sisters gardens in them, we still had a lot of work to do. So I bought some of these at Home Hardware. I think we got 6. Some of them look like they could be cut in half because there's an eyelet there, or an eye there. This one here has a few. This one has a couple. So I'm going to cut some of these in half, this one as well. The rest of them were our own little science experiment. I would like to say this was on purpose, but we forgot we had potatoes in the cupboard and we pulled them out and they looked like this. So we can finally plant them. So I started off by cutting up the potatoes based on how many eyes I could see on it and planting them in this hole that Jim had dug out. He had used some earth to add to our raised garden bed, so we figured it was a perfect hole to plant the potatoes in. I also have a grow bag, so I planted the potatoes there with the eyes facing up. After that, I wanted to tackle these weeds and bushes that are kind of overtaking this space up here. I really wanted to be able to walk around the garden beds without, of course, getting our legs scraped up by these prickly bushes. So I grabbed my shovel and a pitchfork to dig them up. They were really, really stubborn and challenging to pull out, so it took me quite some time. Well, that was extremely satisfying, ripping up all those really stabby plants. I feel like I've made enough room here around each of the planter boxes, and I'm going to lay the mulch out so it can slow down the growth of more weeds and also just create a nice pathway for us to walk on, and also just makes it look pretty. So very exciting. Hopefully after all this work we get a vegetable to eat. I picked up some pollinators. These are perennials here, so the idea is plant them once and hopefully they come back each year. So I've got some Arizona apricot blanket flower, so this one will spread nicely. I'm gonna plant one here and then one over by our other planters, and I'm not quite sure. I picked a couple different colors, so I've got a nice yellow. This one's beautiful. It's a Monarda hardy perennial balmy rose, so if we maintain it, hopefully it doesn't overtake the area. So this one I'll probably plant pretty close to this one here, just because I feel like it's the most open, so you can kind of see it the best from the road and it'll just be nice to look at. Anyway, so I've watered them and I'm going to plant them now. And then I've got echinacea here, so just a nice white echinacea. So it'll be a nice variety of colors. I had also picked up a few perennials that are pollinator friendly and planted those around the new garden beds just to help bring some more pollinators to the area in hopes that that will help get our veggies growing a bit faster. I'm looking forward to seeing how these gardens do this year and how many veggies we get out of them. Okay, well I think we are done for today. I'm going to just set up the sprinkler and get everything watered. But yeah, so dug up a bunch of weeds today, and I added a bunch of mulch to prevent more weeds from growing back. And then I planted some nice flowers that will help bring some pollinators to the vegetable gardens and hopefully get everything growing fairly quickly. But yeah, it's looking much better out here. It's a little bit more appealing to the eye, so I'm excited to see what it looks like once everything is growing and it's nice and green up here.
Hey, bud. Hey. What a great, awesome dude. Want to eat some fish? What about you, Huddy? You want to eat some fish?
No.
No?
No, no,
You
no.
love fish, oh, you little poo-poo. So Huddy and I are gonna cook up a little bit of the bass and pike that Tori and I caught the other day. Should be pretty good. Huddy's been demanding fish all day.
Eat.
What do you want to eat, Huddy?
Eat.
Do you want to eat fish?
Fish.
Yeah?
Eat.
So anyways, yeah, Tori's away today. We froze what we caught the other day, and I'm gonna cook it up. I'm just taking care of the kids, and yeah, it should be delish. Here we go. I'm gonna do an egg wash here. Usually the bottoms of the pike fillets, you can pretty much guarantee that there's no bones. Look at that. I just throw in the lower cookie sheet, and then the drips of oil drip onto that. Fish.
People leave, do they ever think about you? What I'd say if I ever came back again.
Oh yeah, it's a 4. Oh!
I still wonder and I miss you.